welcome.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me here.
Happy to have a chance to speak with you. It's an exciting interview, and I'm
Cool.
looking forward to asking you 1,000,001 questions, or about 10, somewhere in there between,
I'm fine with both.
Well, let's get going. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You got a new record coming out called Titanium. It's out on January 22nd, I believe, on
Yes.
Here's Music.
Definitely.
Want to hear all about it?
Yeah. Well, we're super, super, super excited to finally release Titanium. We've had lots of lineup changes since Wasteland, and it's been crazy. The band was, well, we basically almost gave up. It was so much trouble after trouble, and it was so hard getting everything together. But well, that's actually one of the reasons why the name of the album is Titanium. And many songs, I would say 90% of the songs are just about, well, they could be also about the process of writing this album and, just going forward. But in a broader range of things, it's really just about, well, fighting for whatever you want, and just, it's about persistence and resilience. And it couldn't be better timing for it. The album was postponed, I guess, 3 times until 2020 because of the coronavirus. And
Of course.
yeah, and but we're excited that it's, well, finally we're showing new music to people. And yeah, we love the album, and we're really happy that it's starting to make some noise.
We talk about the challenges of creating this record itself, revamping the band and everything else, and all that struggle, if you will, is also an indication of the passion you have toward the project or the music itself. And that music, the passion in the music really rings true on this record. The first single, Diamonds and Dark, I know it's one of the earlier songs you wrote. It sounds great. There's just so much to it, and it's so much fun. And talk a little bit about putting that song together.
Yeah, this was a very particular, let's say, song. It was one of the first ones we worked on, and our guitarist, Max van Esch, he had just joined the band, and he just approached us, and he was like, hey guys, if you like, we want to write new songs and stuff, I have a few ideas, just in my drawer. I don't know if you guys are gonna like it or not. And then he showed us Diamonds and Dark, which was instrumentally practically done, and we listened to it and we're all like, yeah, yeah, we like this, So there was actually minimal changes done to it instrumentally, and about lyrics and the vocal melodies, what you guys saying, that was my doing. And that just came along so easily. I just listened to the song like once on my earplugs, and I just wrote the lyrics, and I just started singing along. The first time I sang the chorus, it was it. That's what, that's what's
just
there.
You knew it, yeah.
Record it. Yeah, and then I showed it to Max, and he was like, that's perfect. This fits perfectly the song, and that's it. So that was a song that we it's not that we didn't work on it. We did. Like, there were lots of arrangements and orchestrations that came afterwards. Our Koen Stem, the keyboard player, pianist that helped us with the arrangements in the album, he added some really, sinister synths here and there, some arpeggiators in the beginning, and that's really cool too. Yeah, it all adds up.
Well, the song, yeah, it sounds, you've already said it, it sounds so remarkably complete, given that the band is so young from a restructuring sense. For most people, they don't realize this is a different band than Wasteland, your first record. And so there can be challenges putting a new band together and getting everybody on the same page. And here it is all happening for you. And that's exciting. It really is. Talk a little bit about forming the new band and finding the right fit.
Yeah, well, it's not that the the old lineup, they quit altogether. It was,
Yeah.
I always like to joke that I'm the last one standing from the Wasteland lineup. And it really looks like from the outside that they left because of me. They're like, okay, if she's the only one standing, there must be something wrong with this girl. But I swear, I mean, I don't know if there's something wrong with me, but it wasn't because of me that they left. They had really serious, like, one personal reason. The other one's like, oh, I'm just moving in with my girlfriend. I have to focus on other stuff and making money. It's like, yeah, sure. I mean, that happens. And some other, you know, departures from the band weren't as smooth. But yeah, in the end, we just, you know, people were leaving and then we were finding replacements as they left. And then it turned out that, you know, the Ted Wouters, our last guitarist, he left the band. He was the last one to leave.
Yep.
Oh yeah, then the bass player left as well. And we were like, what are we gonna do now? You know, we have one guitarist, no bass player. Like, let's write, you know, so that's what we did. We just wrote, and that's why we released the album with initially only 3 people, because that's all we needed, you know, to record an album. You can actually, you know, Max, the guitarist, played bass as well. And we already have a bass player for live. He's also, we call him an external band member. That's
Right.
The same guy that toured in the Wasteland tour with us, by the way.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Back. Yeah, Siba, yes, he's back. Yeah.
That's exciting. And you've already got well, you've got 2 videos out. The first one, Diamonds in the Dark. Talk about putting that video together. It's well done. I really admired the structure of the video. It shows the band well. The music comes across great. It's a great fit together. Talk a little bit about the video itself.
Cool. Yeah. Well, we are, how can I put that nicely? Right now in this formation, I mean, we're just the 3 of us, and we like to have complete creative control in a way that we're creative Nazis, we say. So we do everything from, you know, the songs to producing to all the imagery and the video. So we're actually behind everything. Of course, we don't work alone, of course not. But I mean, we're always thinking about everything. We don't just, like, you know, hire someone and like, oh, you do whatever you want. We're always just trying. It's also a thing with bands that are starting and don't have that much budget.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that. I know that we are not just starting, but, you know, we are still newcomers. This is our 2nd album. And I know that we don't have a tremendous reach like Nightwish or their budget. Yeah. So it's more like we have to do things by ourselves and have ideas by ourselves. And so that's what we end up doing. It's a lot of work, but it's also very fulfilling. So for Diamonds in the Dark, we did have, basically, we planned it ourselves, you know, the little storyline. And we found a friend who's also a very talented director. And he worked with us, of course. And it turned out great. He's super talented, you know. He brought all the dynamic shots, you know, with the camera movements, and it's just great. Yeah.
Well, it's nice when you have something like that come together. The second video we have out is for The Race. It's a lyric video, which is obviously not uncommon in music today. Are you going to be doing more videos throughout the album, throughout the course of the album?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Let's say that there are 2 more videos coming before the release of the album.
Wow.
So we have a lot planned. And if everything goes as planned, you know, given the situation that we're in right now with all the COVID rules and everything, we are trying to have even more done for after the album release. But for now, we have 2 planned. Yes.
Yeah, excellent. I mean, it's, as you know better than I, it's so difficult to market today, given the COVID environment. You're not exactly out on the road touring, and videos are important. Videos are important again.
Yes, and touring has always been, you know, super important for bands to promote their materials. And now, well, the world is changing. That is true. We know that online promotion and streaming, it's getting really, really important. Yeah. And yeah, now it's really, we're facing this, something like this for the first time. Like, how can we promote our album without touring right
Yep.
away? Everybody's facing the same question. And I don't know. Let's see what's going to be.
Just be creative. That's the answer, obviously. But
Yeah. Yeah.
speaking of being creative, you guys, you wrote and recorded a record during the COVID process or the COVID environment here. Did you all come together, or were you just exchanging tracks on the internet, or how did actually recording the record work out for you?
Well, we wrote and recorded the album before the whole COVID
There you go.
thing.
There you go. Perfect.
So we did come together many times for the first tracks. Let's say we got together all the time to, to put demos together. And let's say the last part of the album, it was more of a rush, like, oh, we got to get this done now. We have a label and we have to finish these songs. So it was more like internet ping pong of files back and forth. It's a little bit confusing and not as optimal as writing together, of course, but it works. Yeah. But yeah, we finished recording the album, I think, around February. So it was right before, no, not true. I still needed to record some backing vocals for the album, which I ended up having to do here at home with a blanket over my head. And that's how some of the backing vocals were recorded. Swear to him.
Yeah, it's not the $500 an hour recording studio these days. It's much more do-it-yourself environment, and sometimes for the better.
You can. It doesn't sound. I mean, if I didn't have the blanket over my head, it wouldn't sound as professional with this, lack of isolation. But well, there you go. It's for backing vocals.
Little inside secret from behind the scenes, folks.
Yes, it's very funny.
Oh, that's great. Well, I know that, as you mentioned, Max wrote most of the music for this record. I also know that you brought a symphonic feel. A lot of the symphonic sounds, the orchestration that is heard throughout the record is kind of your side of the coin, if you will. Where did you get that not impression, but where did you get that aspect in your musical background?
Well, just to get something straight, I don't, it's not that I don't have anything to do with the musical arrangements. I do, right. But it's not like I wrote the orchestrations nor anything. These were still, well, Max and Koen doing most of it. But let's say I do bring a lot of the symphonic vibe because of my vocals. And I do write very dramatic and epic vocal lines. And then I add choirs everywhere. And Amanda Somerville did also the vocal production with me for the album. And
there you go.
We're also always on the same page, and we're very melodic singers. So that changes a lot in the song. I mean, I'm not saying here that, it's the most important thing in the song. No, but it does give a certain face to the song. Let's say it's kind of 50% of how you perceive a song that is not instrumental. That's the thing that lays on top is like the topping of the cake.
Well, absolutely. It's a decoration, and sometimes it makes all the difference. I mean, don't sell yourself short.
Yeah. If you get like a screamer screaming on our songs, it would work as well, and it would sound totally different, So, and that's one of the things, one of the challenges that I had to face, because when you're writing, let's say, less complicated and less layered music,
right,
you have more space to create melody and to actually sing on it. And in the beginning, when the guys were giving me all these more like genty metalcore vibe, which I love. I don't even listen to symphonic metal actually anymore at the moment. I only listen to this modern stuff like Spirit Box and Periphery and all these things. I love it. But still, I'm not a screamer, although I'm learning. I'm not a screamer. I was just like, how am I going to make, my vocals fit in here? And we ended up finding a way out. Many things had to change. There were too many weird chords in the beginning, And I was like,
Oh.
Max, no, 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 this needs to go, man. This, diminished ninth over here this is not working for me.
Finding a vocal line over diminished ninth. That'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you asked me like, where does it come from? I
Yeah.
would say it's mostly because of my early years influence when I really, really soaked in a lot of heavy metal from the beginning. It was all melodic stuff. I used to hate everything that was not melodic. So I didn't even listen to Metallica because the vocals didn't please me. So I
Yeah.
was all about, Iron Maiden was my favorite band. Then I loved Camelot, still do.
Of course.
Well, Evanescence was the first big, let's say, band that with a female singer that really got to me.
A little more of a pop vibe.
Yeah, exactly. They were just heavier and poppier, and I was like, damn, and this woman, she's not like, oh, she's like actually singing, that's awesome. And yeah, so I think still because I do write my own songs, and sometimes like there's one song in the album that was let's say it stemmed from a little very simple poppy idea, and well, Max made it into something crazy. It's a Silver Lining. It's
Oh,
one
okay,
of the
yeah.
songs in the album with Amanda Somerville. Yeah. So it works as well. And I do write, let's say, my own stuff, but it's always like, if I would write alone, Phantom Elite would not sound like that. That's just what I mean, so it's really a group effort. This band is really insane that if you take any person away from the songwriting, it wouldn't sound like that anymore. So it's a very interesting constellation of musicians put together.
That's a great thing actually to point out to
Yeah.
everybody, is that how integral everybody is to the music and putting the songs together and just having a voice. There are a lot of bands out there that doesn't exist. As you've already suggested, a single member of the band writes everything,
Yes,
and that's fine. It works for that band, but it isn't every band. Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
What are the plans for 21? I know that you must have something going on. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, oh damn. You mean like for Phantom Elite or for me personally?
Well, let's start with Phantom Elite, and then we can talk about you.
Okay. For Phantom Elite, of course, we would love to tour. But yeah, we've been endless, yeah.
Maybe
There
later
has
in the year.
been
Who knows?
endless talks about, touring or not touring with bookers. And it seems like it's not going to happen into 2021. It seems like
Wow.
everything has been postponed to 2022.
So from America here, I'm seeing some tours or some shows happening in Europe, particularly in Germany. But it's bleak.
Yes. And even those shows, they're not really 100% confirmed yet, and they could be postponed. And that's what all the bookers are talking. They're like, yeah, we don't want to risk it again. So everybody's just afraid of losing money. That is just true. It's just horrific for the industry right now. I don't know how the live, industry is pulling through. It's many are not.
Hopefully that infrastructure will still be intact when all this comes back.
Yes, hopefully. Well, yeah, so maybe there are some festivals here and there, I don't know, towards the end of the year that we could be part of. That would be very exciting, very cool. And well, for sure, we will come up with lots of interactive and entertaining ways to promote this album. Online, at least.
So watch the socials,
sure.
everybody, and you'll catch the inside track on Phantom Elite. So let's talk about you now. You've hinted you've got something going on in 21. I'm curious, what's going on with you?
Yeah, there's so much going on with me. Like I said, I'm always writing material, and I never know where I'm gonna use it or for what, and I just have hundreds of ideas, and there are some talks of some projects coming out. And I'm not sure when, nor it's still everything so very not concrete. And of course, everybody wants to know about Exit Eden.
Of course, you've been a part of that as well, and I've heard some of the rumblings there.
Yes, what have you heard so far?
I heard there's going to be another record coming, but nothing's real. Who knows?
Exactly. So what I can tell you is exactly the same. It's there are rumors of a second album coming along,
Yeah.
and how this album is going to be done, no one really knows for sure. Who's going to be in it, who's not going to be in it,
The
what is it going
mystery.
to be, when it's going to come out.
Yeah.
And yeah, much more than this I can't also, I honestly don't know myself, so we'll we'll have to wait longer on this, but I'm hoping there will be good news in 2021.
Well, we can certainly work hard to fill up your email if you'll hint that you're looking for some other things to do, and anybody out there who's interested in writing, of course, should contact you, and so on. And I'm sure that'll fill your inbox sufficiently.
Yes, that's true. No, but I am, let's say, open for guest singing, which I've been doing some for. I don't know if I can say this, but I think I can. I don't know. Well, maybe I can't, but I think I can. Timo Tolkki's Avalon, which is another project from Frontiers. Well, Timo Tolkki from Stratovarius.
Right.
Yeah, I've been recording a couple songs for his new album.
Excellent.
I'm pretty excited. It sounds super cool. It sounds very cool for people who love power metal and that stream of metal. It's really cool material. Yeah, and I don't know when it's going to be released as well, because everything is just
Sure.
a mess. But yeah, it's cool stuff. Cool
We're
stuff.
all doing our best on it, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's 2021. So
Well, we're gonna hope for the best. 2021. 2020 is almost over, and by the way, good riddance, everybody. Thank you for the.
Everybody agrees. Goodness, we survived.
We survived. That T-shirt's got to be out there someplace. Yeah.
Yes, yes, I'm sure it is already.
Well, that's all I've got today. Is there anything I missed? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, I never know. Let's see. Let me think about it for a little second.
There's something in there.
No,
I know there is. I know
no,
it's in there. You found a new
no.
restaurant, or
No, I think just the only thing that I would like to say is that, well, it would be really cool if everybody would keep their eyes on the Phantom Elite release, because have you heard the album?
I've heard
Yes.
part. I've heard part of your album, not all of it. That's
How come? How come?
Yes, exactly.
Need
I
to
agree
listen
with
to
you.
the whole thing. It's a masterpiece.
I've caught about half of it. I haven't caught the whole thing, and yeah, I agree with you. I've heard enough of it to know that it is a good album. It really is, and I'm
No,
looking forward to catch the rest of it.
it is. It is a good album. So that's why I'm asking people to keep an eye out, because it really is something fresh
Yes, exactly.
in the genre. It absolutely. I don't know if it's everyone's taste. Doesn't have to be. It never is, but it's definitely, well, yeah. You can please everybody, and if you make music focusing on pleasing everybody, that's just not the point, right? So yeah, we totally focused on making something really cool that we stand behind 100%, and I'm pretty sure people can feel it and identify with it, and I think it's a really good album.
I think you've been
And what
successful.
else?
Yeah.
Yes, and well, next year I'll be trying my best to do also lots of, well, how can I say this? Improve my social media life, no, presence. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. It's a bit tough because artists nowadays, they have to be content creators at the same time. So it gets a bit much because, somehow we need to earn money, and that doesn't really bring you money, but still it's something that we love to do. And people love if you're making lives and doing stuff like that. So
If you put in a good solid,
constantly,
if you put in a good
yeah.
solid 20 hours a day working on it, I think you'll be successful. Then you can take the last 4 hours and create music.
I think that's the only way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So no, that's all I had for now. Just
right.
yeah. And I hope that everybody is still keeping safe, because I know it sucks and I know everybody's tired of this, but you know, I just went through a big scare that I thought I had corona.
Oh.
And yeah, I even got myself tested, but
It's a good thing. I'm
it
happy to hear
seems
that
like it's
there were no
nothing.
issues. Yeah.
But it was a pretty bad cold. I mean, it was bad. I think you guys can hear this a little bit.
A little bit
Well,
of a rasp
anyway,
there. All right.
yes. But it's never fun, and let's stay safe and let's hope for the best for 2021 and beyond.
Thank you for sharing your time with us today. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
All right.
Thanks. Bye.